Welcome to another episode. Today we got a story, and there is a question also. Okay, the story is that so? But the question of this is an answer to a question: does purity of the mind come from sincere practice or anything else? Does the purity of mind come from sincere practice or something else? This is the question, and first we will answer that. The purity of the mind comes from innocence and not from practice. You can't practice purity. You can't practice innocence. So purity comes from innocence. What you have to do, you have to just throw the garbage we have accumulated as grown-ups. Just throw that out from your mind. So like a pond full of weeds, just remove the weeds, then the clear water is visible. So that is the way to attain purity. That is innocence. So first we will see what J.Krishnamurti says, wholly different way of living. Therefore purity can be cut into million pieces and it will still remain a purity. If you cut purity into million pieces, still it will be pure, like a pure water. If you put it into different clean parts, still it will remain a pure water. It will not be contaminated unless you contaminate with external things. The pure water remains the pure water. So next we will see a few lines from Osho. No water, no moon, from that book. Real purity is just like a child, innocent. Innocent about what is good and what is bad. Innocence means you don't know the difference between what is good and bad. Innocence is about distinction, any distinctions. Innocent about any distinction. Real purity does not know what is God and what is the devil. Because that is all created by the mind. Both God and devil is created by the mind. So innocence heart does not know what is God and what is devil. But your purity is your choice. A choice of God against the devil. A choice of good against the bad. You have already made a distinction. You have already divided existence. And a divided existence cannot lead to innocence. When there is divisions, there is no innocence. Innocence is harmony. Innocence is purity. Innocence flowers only when existence is undivided. You accept it as it is. You don't choose. You don't divide. You don't make any distinctions. You don't know really what is good and what is bad. If you know, then you will calculate. Then purity will be manufactured. It will not be flowering. So it is beyond calculations. It is like flowering. That is what Osho says. Next, to explain this, we will see a story. A Zen story. Is that so? This is about the Zen master Haikuin, and he was one of the leading masters of his time, and he was honored by neighbors and others throughout. And one day, a girl, a lot of people used to frequent his place to get blessings from him and advice from him. And a girl who was in the neighborhood, who used to visit Haikun along with others, she was pregnant. And parents were very angry. They wanted to find out who is the person who caused this, who made her pregnant. The girl would not say anything. But after much pestering and perseverance by their parents and by her father. And due to the harassment, she finally told it was Hakuin who was the father of the child, this yet to be born child, pregnancy, the reason for pregnancy. So the parents went to Hakim. They said, "You have made our daughter pregnant. You are the reason for this. You are a culprit." Hakim just said, "Is that so?" And after the child was born, after the months went by, and when the child was born, it was taken to Hakim. By this time, Hakim has lost his reputation. Everybody gossiped that this person has made that young girl pregnant and is fathering a child. So people stopped coming to his place. They thought he was holy. Now they thought this person is unholy, not worth visiting or paying respects. They showed disrespect to him. So when the child was born, the parents of the girl, they took the child to Hakim and give it to him. This is your child, you keep it, you maintain it, you bring it up. Hakim did not say anything. Is that so? He said, and he took care of the child. He obtained milk, food and everything else the child needed from his neighbors, who were reluctant to give but still gave for the sake of the child. And he took a good care of the child. And a year went by, and the young girl could stand no longer. It was her child. She wanted to be reunited with the child. So she finally told her parents the truth. The real father was another young man who worked in the fish market. She got acquainted there while going to the market, fell in love with him, and she became pregnant. And that is the real father of the child. She finally blurted out. The mother and father at once went to Hakim. They told him the story, apologized to him at great lengths, fell at his feet, asked for his forgiveness, and got the child back. And when all this was going on, he just said one word, "Is that so? This is not my child." "Okay, is that so? Keep it." So that is innocence. That is not getting angry. That is not getting frustrated. That is not getting ashamed because he was innocent. In truth, he was innocent. So he kept quiet. That is the innocence, level of innocence. So that is the story about the purity of the heart. His heart was pure. Though he has not fathered the child, though people blamed him, he kept quiet. He did not show animosity towards the child. He took care of the child, and when the time came, he gave it back without any regrets, without any attachments. So that is the innocence, the purity of the heart. So with this, we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thank you.